Okay, now I've never been to Valkeala myself, but I know roughly what like every place in Finland looks like. We don't have policia. We don't have this. I think they didn't even fill out the map, so you can just see like under it. Ah. Okay, that IT class tutorial video game. Have you always wanted to make your own video game? Come study IT and you can. And then this is the video game in question. Did I ever tell you guys a story about when I went to a game development class? So, this was back in middle school, right? A couple months before the summer break, I found these like flyers in like the school lobby that says something about like a game development class, right? And it was interesting enough that I took the flyer, but I didn't act on it. Like I read it and I was like, whatever. After the summer break started, my mom has somehow found this flyer and comes up to me and goes like, hey, are you interested in going to this like programming class? No, actually, upon further introspection, it looks kind of lame. You're not gonna stay inside playing those video games all day for the entire summer break. We're gonna put you on this programming class. She force signs me up to this like 1 week long game development class, right? I get to this like university place where they're holding this like game development class, right? On day 1, they have us like plan out like what does your game look like. I went in with zero ideas whatsoever, so I just ripped off an idea of like a Flash game I played on like Miniclip or whatever. And on day 2, they take us to the programming class, right? They sit us all in front of computers, but the problem here is that they didn't require any kind of programming knowledge. So I didn't have any. I mean, I knew like some programming languages, but like not like C# or whatever the fuck they were doing. So I'm like sat on the class, I have a plan for the game, and I'm looking at like Microsoft Visual Studio in front of me, and I don't know what the fuck to do. And it's at this point where I find out that the way they intended these games to be developed, the 2 teachers would like come to your computer one at a time and be like, okay, what kind of game do you wanna make? And then I would explain them the concepts. And they would like program in like 10 lines and be like, okay, you continue from here. I don't know programming. It said in the flyer, you don't need to know programming. I don't know what the fuck So I'm just kinda like, sitting down 15 minutes just like, browsing on my phone. Teacher comes back in again after like helping everyone else. And I go like, oh yeah, I didn't do any progress because I don't know programming. So he comes in and programs like another 10 lines. Right? And this goes on for the entire week. And as if this wasn't bad enough, I think the game got like kinda done, but like it was nothing like my plans. There was this like team at the back of the class of these like 2 kids who had already attended this course multiple times previously. And they already had like a working prototype by day 2. And they were working on like fucking Xbox controller support and everything. And I looked at that and I was like, how am I supposed to compete with this? I don't even know how to. The final day comes in. They show off all of our games. They have like a PowerPoint presentation and they do like demos in the front of the class. And I have never been happier to get out of school, okay? Summer break had just started, but I was more happy about getting through this fucking programming class in the middle of the summer break than getting away from the actual school. But hold on, there's a plot twist in the end. After the summer break is over, I go back to my school and I tell my friends the story about this whole like programming class, game development class fiasco. And one of them chimes in. I know the guys who are running that class. The guys running this class, by the way, were like 20 at the oldest, right? He was like, yo, yeah, so the reason they set up that class is that they're just harvesting game ideas from kids. So when one of them eventually comes up with the next, they can just develop the entire game for them and thus have the entire copyright for it. I wish they took my fucking Miniclip ripoff and tried to make that into an actual game. That's not even a class. That's what I'm saying. They steal the games you program and upload it. They steal the games you program. They steal the games they program and upload it. Because you didn't. It said in the fucking flyer that you don't even need programming experience. And somehow you're supposed to make a game within a week. That's fucked, right? The reason my mom put me in the class was so I wouldn't just stay inside and play video games all summer break. So now I'm just sat in front of another computer on the other side of the city, playing video games all day. That was fucked. This was fucked.